Holy shit. I just found this My Little Pony video on YouTube. It has over 100,000 views, and its demographic consists of males 13 to 34. Something's wrong here.
Holla guitar. John Madden.
We're no strangers to love. Twilight knows the rules, and so do I. A full commitment's what I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get this from any Pinkie Pie.
Could someone please turn that bloody racket off?
Gotta make you understand. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you.
Shut the fickle!
What the fuck is a brony?
Well, after whatever the hell that was, I think it's time we moved on with Acid Eaters Month by taking a look at the dark-humored works of Roald Dahl. Now, Roald Dahl is probably one of the most respected British authors of all time, having written such awesome books such as Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Fantastic Mr. Fox, and James and the Giant Peach. Now, when it comes to making film adaptations, Dahl was very critical as to how each film would turn out, and believe it or not, he hated most of the films that were made. A prime example being Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, which altered the storylines, changed the songs, and heck, even changed the title subtext from Charlie to Willy Wonka, when the movie's main focus is really on Charlie. However, there was one movie that Dahl did like, and that movie was called The BFG! No, not that BFG. This BFG. The Big Friendly Giant was released to theaters in December of 1989, less than a year before Dahl's death. It focuses on a young orphaned girl named Sophie who is having trouble sleeping at the orphanage.
Who is that out of bed? Sophie, miss.
You get back at once. Punishment in the morning.
So Sophie goes to her window to get some air when she sees... Holy shit, it's the ghost of Christmas yet to come! And it's only January! So the world's largest Death Eater puts some green stuff into his trumpet and starts spewing it out into somebody's window. Because hey, what's Acid Eaters Month without acid, right? Then the thing sees Sophie spying on him. Then suddenly, he snatches her out of her bed and carries her to... I'm guessing Dementia 5 by the looks of it. So the cloaked figure takes Sophie to a large cave. And just who exactly is this person? What does he want with Sophie? Well, it turns out he's none other than...
What has us got here?
Yeah! It's Adoram! Actually, it's a giant, who proves to be quite friendly. He then proceeds to talk to Sophie about what giants eat. And yes, they eat human beings.
Guzzling up human beings every night. Bone-crunching giant. He likes turkey.
That's not a human being. It's a bird.
No. The bone cruncher's not eating birds. He's creeping off to Turkey every night to eat turks. What does you think human beings from Brazil taste of then?
Coffee?
Wrong. They taste of Brazil nuts. What about Sweden? Swedes from Sweden is all tasting sweet and sour.
Wow, that sounds racistly delicious. So the big-eared giant also explains that he's not like one of the many bone-crushing giants in his land.
I is the big friendly giant.
Yes you are. Now please get out of my personal space, you petaphoric. So the big friendly giant, or BFG as he calls himself, explains that the green stuff he blows into the houses is actually dreams, given to kids while they sleep. According to the book, BFG is meant to be based on Roald Dahl himself, and the Sophie character is based on his real-life granddaughter, Sophie. But the fact that the BFG character acts like some creepy stalker really makes me question Roald's personality. You can only imagine how his granddaughter turned out. Oh, yep. You certainly taught your granddaughter well, Roald. But before he can say anything else, an ugly giant with a Sam Elliott mustache named Blood Bottler shows up, looking for food.
Smell human being. Gimme. Come on. Gimme. Eat him. Crunch his bones up, yeah.
I apologize, I don't speak pineapple.
So Sophie quickly hides inside a weird cucumber-like thing called a snozcumber. Wow. 20 minutes. That didn't take long. But Blood Bottler ends up spinning it up, since apparently snozcumbers aren't part of a giant's balanced breakfast. Hey, your Wheaties! Somehow, in all the madness, Sophie manages to escape from the giant's mouth. Of course, now her dress is all covered in splooge, so Sophie decides to No! Damn it, Brian Cosgrove, you sick bastard. Don't go around filming this poor underage girl taking a bath. Wait another 10 years and do it then. So BFG makes Sophie a new dress, and then shows this weird machine that can make a drink called Frobscottle.
Facing the wrong way. The bubbles are going down instead of up.
Of course, Bubbles is not going up. Bubbles is fizzing upwards. They will be coming out in a fountain belted burp.
But if bubbles are going down, well, they might come out somewhere else. That would make a much worse noise, wouldn't it?
A whiz popper.
What?
A whiz popper. It's a sign of happiness. It is jollifying music.
Oh boy, this song.
When you get a bottle of fabulous Frobscottle bubbles and giggles, it's part of the plan. It's yummy and gummy and jiggles your tummy, and soon you's off with a whiz poppy bang. As certain as eggs is eggs, and a couple of kegs as a Frobscottle makes you feel grand. The chuckling and gurgling, it seems to uncertain why people don't whiz pop all over the land.
Can't understand a word he said? Well, I can explain. The song is about farting. Yeah. That's right. In this world, a whiz popper means breaking wind, and the Frobscottle drink is what fills the gas for your ass.
Whiz pop, whiz bang, feel the bubbles go down. Whiz bang, whiz pop, bursting all around.
And apparently, when you finally crack, you get sent flying into the air where you get surrounded by a pink bubblegum ceiling.
Whiz pop, whiz bang, feel the bubbles go down.
So after relieving themselves from that acid trip, BFG and Sophie go out to find new dreams for the human beings.
What's that noise? Oh no!
We can't stop here! This is giant country! So among the angry, pissed-off hardcore giants is this guy with the 11s on his face named Flesh Lump Eater, and he's the leader.
Where you think you're going, huh?
I just walking around.
I'll let you go this time.
I thought he was going to kill you.
No. Giants does not kill other giants. They is not like human beings.
What do you mean?
It's only human beings that shoots and bombs and kills each other. No other animals is doing it.
Cats kill mice.
He does not kill other cats.
Not unless you've seen Feliday. So BFG heads into a large cave before he reaches a room filled with bright lights.
It is the Dreamway. The stairway into Dream Country.
Gee, Stairway, huh?
No stairway. Denied.
So after gathering all the dreams, including one nasty bad dream known as a Truggle Humper, interesting name, BFG heads back to his house to show where he keeps the dreams.
My dream came.
BFG. It's like heaven.
And she's buying a stairway to heaven.
Sorry, just had to finish that. So BFG shows Sophie some of the dreams, what they're based on, and what endings they all have.
He's not liking algebra, so I was frightening Mr. Grummet, my algebra teacher, till he runs away.
Jeez, with grammar like that, I'm surprised the kid even knows what algebra means. So BFG and Sophie go back down to Earth to give the dream to a young kid. What? I'm sorry, but does every character in this movie have to be naked? Is this meant to be some kind of Shotokan flick? Also, enjoy this kid's crazy dream. Apparently he turns invisible by pressing his belly button and likes to scare his algebra teacher. Yeah, I'd be pretty scared too if there was a naked invisible person running around. Getting raped by ghosts isn't fun. So pretty much everything seems to be going okay when suddenly...
Oh, BFG, stop it.
Oh, it's okay, Sophie. I'm sure that boy will be just fine. Or not. So now it's back to the cave, where Sophie decides that the only way to stop the giants is to alert the Queen. So BFG creates his own dream and heads out to Buckingham Palace, where he blows the dream into the Queen's bedroom.
The BFG.
No, don't let them do it. Got to stop them. We're going to the Queen.
So the next day, Sophie tells the Queen all about how the giants are eating all the children. So Her Majesty decides that the best thing to do is to call in the Royal Armed Forces. Gee, real change of pace, don't you think? I mean, less than 10 minutes ago you had all these awesome monsters and shiny images, and now you've moved the whole film to Buckingham Palace with BFG hitting it off with the Queen? This isn't hardcore. It's boring.
Strategy is quite simple, Your Majesty. Tanks.
Tanks? Nonsense. Bombs.
Bombs? Ridiculous. Tanks. And
Let's see, we want a belly quickly too.
tanks, artillery, and cavalry.
I know, it all happened in the book. But regardless, no child wants to sit through all this. They want giants. They want action. They want whiz poppers! Well, that was easy. So as Rogue Squadron makes their way into Giant Country, they find that all the other giants are fast asleep. So the soldiers all get working on tying the giants up with belts and cables and are able to restrain them all. Except for one.
Get down!
So FLE destroys the Jeep and then confronts BFG.
Yes, I showed them the way.
Why? What for?
Because you is evil, and I sees it now.
You is not giant. You is like human being.
Human being.
I don't know, BFG. I think we are commonly referred to as human beings. Say, what are we? Human beings or human beings?
Human being.
See? Human beings. Then Lumpbeater starts chasing after Sophie all throughout BFG's house. And say, where the heck did she get her underwear from? But before Flesh Lump Eater can eat the little lump, BFG steps in and blows the Truggle Humper at him. So Sophie is saved, the giants are thrown into the world's largest prison, and BFG is knighted by the Queen. But now it's time for BFG to go back to his dream making in the giant country.
I wanted to be with him always.
Does you, Sophie?
Yes, of course I do.
Oh, come on! You're not going to live in that giant country forever, are you? How the heck are you going to survive? There's no Burger King, no nightclub. Hell, there isn't even a giant stadium, which is a disgrace. What are you going to do? Drink Frobscottle and fart until you get dirty, crapped briefs? What if Freddy Krueger shows up and starts taking over all your dreams? What will you be able to do then, eh? Who cares? The movie's over. Well, this movie was interesting. Not to say it's a bad movie. Far from it, in fact. I think this is one of the best adaptations of doll stories ever made. The animation is sweet, and the music is pretty cool as well. The big friendly giant does start off as really creepy, but you grow to like him more and more as the film goes on. The downside to it, though, is that while the first half of the film has this really cool adventurous feel to it, the second half is really dulled down with BFG meeting the Queen and the RAF going to arrest the giants, and it just seems to slow the film down. However, I did enjoy most of the film, and for that, I give the BFG a hardcore hit. And if Dahl were still alive today, and you asked him which film adaptation was his favorite, he'd probably say this one. Because after all, what else is more hardcore than seeing a bunch of giants stomping around, eating people and destroying shit?